Hey guys, it's Sell It. So I'm kind of the Crystron player at the moment, right? I gotta talk about what I'm expecting Justice Hunters to provide for this deck, and it's honestly quite a lot. We are getting the canine cards very, very, very soon, and I want to talk about some of the theory that I have for building a more budget version of the deck, right? Because there was only, I think, two ultras confirmed for canine, but it's still going to be a bit of a pricey deck to get into, or rather, even just an engine in general that you're going to have to shell out for. But people at my locals, they tend to help each other get the cards that they need. And hopefully, since I only need one of each card, I'll be able to get like a pretty big deal on some of these. You'll notice that I'm only running one Jokul, and that's because Chaotic Elements actually searches this card. So you could technically get away with running this only at 1 and 2 for the chaotic elements. I don't recommend it if you can play 3 Jokul. I would much rather do that instead, but uh, I have no idea how much this engine is going to be, and considering this is a common and I already have like 6 copies of it, I'm not really hurting too much. One Azuna, one Lantern with one Lupus, one Case of Canine, and one Forced Liberation. Case of Canine is interesting because in this deck list specifically, you don't want to lose to Droll and Lockbird too much. Because in some cases you open Inclusion, and then you have to search Sulfador, which you'll notice Sulfador is at 3 now. This is because it's no longer bad to open this, or even in some cases, open doubles of it. Because opening this with Jokul opens a really busted combo. We are still playing Foolish Burial, but we're only playing 2 Sulfenir. Sulfenir actually became a little bit worse when Justice Hunters comes out, oddly enough. One Trisaros, you could play 2, but I'm just going to try and play test with 1, because there was an older version of this deck where I only played 1 copy of it, and it didn't feel too bad. One Citri, one Thisvern, and one Smiger. We do not run the green turtle anymore because the green turtle never comes up. If it does, you're already behind. You are playing Cluster. No Tidal Dragon just because the canine cards carry that hard. We do play one Scrap Recycler, and that's because there is a rank 5 line that you can basically use to go into this as your normal summon. One Called By, one Crossout, one Talent, one Thrust. We're entering a really, really, really weird format. Specifically, Crossout can even stop the K9 cards, which is really good. It's super helpful to be able to stop your opponent from just snowballing from there. Talent, Thrust, these are more so cards for the Vanquish Soul matchup so that you have ways to basically kind of stop them. Because Triple Tactics Talent, look at their hand, shuffle something really important that they need to basically get their attributes kind of broken. Uh, Same with Thrust. Thrust just gets us talent. 3 Droplet. This card's still really good in the main. It's good for if you're having to go second because you can pitch things like Smyger, Thisvern, in some cases Sulfnir, Door, maybe even Inclusion. 3 Ash stops much armies. 3 Droll. Since we're not getting a ban list anytime soon, this is going to be one of the main ways that we stop a lot of rogue matchups, and especially Mitsurugi, 2 Valor, and 2 Imperm. Basically, from my winning deck list at my locals, I'm running these as cross-out targets. The side deck, 3 Lancia, 2 Nib, 3 Fawalos. Same Bestial lineup. 1 Duster, 2 Lightning Storm, and a Dimensional Barrier. For the extra deck, we're only running 1 Canine Ripper and a Werewolf. Again, this is supposed to be a budget version, so I'm only going to attempt to get 1 of each card. 1 River Stormer. This card facilitates the Scrap Recycler, especially if we haven't used our normal summon. 2 Eliskellis, 1 Dax, or rather Drax, excuse me, 2 Dawn Dragster. I might cut this down to 1 in favor of something else. I'm just not sure what yet. 1 Samurai Destroyer with the Mechanical Dawn, so this is the same Cyber Dragon package that we're running. 1 Clockwork Knight, 1 Little Knight, and 1 Star Slaying Typhon. This is going to be basically my Crystron list for this upcoming format, and I'm honestly going to expect quite a bit out of this. I'm going to learn the combos as much as possible over the next week or so that I can actually prepare myself to play this deck. But it's shaping to be one of the coolest versions of K9 and especially Crystron. So maybe I'll get another deck list video out where maybe I have the same ratios, maybe I have different ones altogether. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. If you've got any other ideas for videos that you want me to do, let me know what they are. Drop them down in the comments below. And with that, cheers.